Well, I guess after waiting for about like 7 years, it was totally worth it because things have definitely changed from back then. Back then, we would literally wait years desperately just to get anything like a video, just a small showcase of a new feature RobTop is working on was enough for us. And after waiting for all of these years, we finally got 2.2. And the promise of RobTop was that he's going to be more active in the community, as in he's going to make more events in the community, whether it's a Gauntlet contest, a new feature getting added into the game, or some other really nice features that basically just makes the game feel like it's very fresh, if you guys understand what I'm saying. This is the feeling that we've been having for the last month, pretty much, is kind of crazy. What is this ship doing? Like, ever since we got the event thingy, ever since we got 2.207, like the news, the good stuff has just not stopped. Like, we got one after the other. We first got the event tab unlocked, then we got the first event level with a bunch of rewards coming in with the auto keys and also the new vault. So a lot of stuff came in at once. And recently, I guess this streak has still not stopped because we still are having some new stuff to make the community more active. So just a few minutes ago, RobTop uploaded this video. I have not checked it out, but it's called Geometry Dash Space Gauntlet Contest. And honestly, when I first saw that, I completely forgot that we actually got 2 new gauntlets in 2.207. I don't know how I forgot about it, but I think it's because we got so much news that this one just wasn't really relevant anymore. But we have this space and also the Cosmos gauntlet in the files, so they can be added at any time, which honestly should have made me think that we might get a new icon, a new gauntlet contest in the future, but I guess I wasn't 2 steps ahead this time. But I guess let's check out this space gauntlet contest, and usually these guys have some excellent editing, I must say, so let's check out this one. This is some Premiere Pro editing. I can see it, I can already spot it. Space Gauntlet Contest. We have the rules, and the theme is gonna be oh my god, an entire gauntlet, entire 5 levels, all themed at space. Sounds really cool. And the length, long or XL, max objects, and the difficulty is just like the other gauntlets. So non-demons. Oh no, the last gauntlet we've had some demons in it, but this time they have decided that it's gonna be non-demons, so this one's gonna be much easier. So the space gauntlet is gonna have some crazy prices. What is this? $1,000 for the first person and $800 for the second, $700 for the third. That is actually a lot of money. Like, you guys have no clue. A lot of people from the outside of the GD community, when they do contests, usually the guy at the top gets the most, and then the one below it gets like 10% of what the first guy gets. So basically a major gap. But this time we have only $200 between the first and the second one. And between the second and the third, we have $100, which is insane. Like, you guys can see how much Rob is investing in making the community much better. So we have, this is probably going to be like a 3,000-4,000 prize pool at the end. That is insane to me. All of the top 10 will get an epic, legendary, or mythic rating and will have a spot in the space or Cosmos gauntlet. So I see, so this is not just the space, but it's also the, oh my god, 2025. I have not heard that number in a while, but I guess the year is coming. We only have like a month left or so, and then we're at 2025. So March 19th. So that is before April Fools, which is kind of exciting, but yeah, that's a long time. Until then, we're probably gonna have a lot of cool new effects figured out, and I'm honestly really looking forward to seeing how crazy the community is gonna do with the space theme. Like, imagine like a black hole or something made with the 2.2 features. That's gonna be really exciting. So we're gonna have 20 winners. However, only 10 of those winners are gonna make it into the gauntlets. The other guys are just gonna get $100 each, which is insane to me. And I like to learn from previous mistakes, and I think it is totally fine if we keep improving, because the last time we had the NCS Gauntlet, which honestly a lot of people weren't that happy about. I mean, of course, we got excellent levels with some insane effects like Berserker, which actually got a mythic, but some people thought that the judgment for these guys wasn't really that fair, and they were rather judged on their appearance and their effects as opposed to being judged on their gameplay, which I think is an issue that is probably going to be avoided this time. Let's hope that at least. Let's just make sure that the top levels have cool designs, cool effects, but most importantly are fun to play. And honestly, I feel like if some level is hard to sight read or is just bad in gameplay, it's usually because it's a demon and people just have skill issues, if you guys know what I'm saying. But this time they have refused to add any demons, so the maximum stars are gonna be 9, which honestly is already a good step in the right direction. And also the fact that this video just randomly dropped on RobTop's channel is also pretty crazy. So let's hope that this time we have a more fair judgment than last time. And I'm not saying the last time was horrible. The levels that were picked 100% deserved their spot, but I just think that levels should have focused more on the gameplay. Now this of course does not include Bussin, because Bussin is a W level and nobody can argue about that. The reason why I love these Gauntlet contests, especially when they have this massive prize pool, is because they are always focused on one single theme, which makes it so that there's huge competition, because there's one thing that everybody has to try their best at, meaning that we're gonna get crazy results, as you guys saw with the NCS Gauntlet. And this is always cool. When you have competition, it's always good for the Geometry Dash community, because when, for example, I see people creating stuff like this, like I personally would not even attempt doing anything because I know I'm gonna lose with my skills. If you compare me to people like Bussin creators, like there's no way I could do something like that. So when you see people creating levels this awesome and coming up with these crazy effects, and you want your level to be in the Gauntlet, you're gonna have to work a lot and come up with some insane ideas to make your level stand out from the others, which means a lot of people are gonna come up with really cool ideas. Probably you're gonna get 50 to 100 insanely cool levels, and I mean, this is like, we're talking half a year from now, pretty much. And until then, we're gonna have learned so much more about the Geometry Dash editor, because every now and then I come to the editor and I'm like, I am actually pretty good at the editor. And like a year ago and like a month later, what I say to myself is that I was actually terrible. I had no idea that this and that was a thing in the particle system, for example. So I always feel like I'm less ignorant than I actually am. So we might feel like the things that we're doing right now are awesome and are crazy and like nothing can be better than that. But trust me, what we're gonna see in the upcoming Gauntlet is gonna truly blow everybody's mind, because we're gonna see stuff that we never thought we would see in Geometry Dash. Because every now and then we think that we have reached our limits. Every time we think that, you know, we are now at our limits, we have created the best of things, but then we realize that what we're doing is not even close to what could actually be achieved. So this is actually one of the coolest things about Geometry Dash as well, is that there's always a limit to push when it comes to beating levels and also creating levels, which makes it really exciting to see what's going to happen in the future. So being a part of this awesome community with a developer that has been caring about this game for like 10 years now, actually 11, let's not be unfair, right? It's actually been 11 years. So it's honestly really, really, really cool. Like I really appreciate being in here, and I think you guys should too. And what I like about this specific Gauntlet contest is that it doesn't have a strict limit where you have to use a certain song or a certain song by a certain artist or certain whatever. in that sense, you're gonna have freedom. The only thing that you're gonna have to stick by is gonna be the theme, which honestly I think is the only thing that should be put a limit on in the first place, because this way we're gonna get a lot of levels that look similar but are very different, but they have something major in common, which is gonna be the theme of space in this case. I think this is gonna be very, very cool, and honestly I would like to hear what you guys think down in the comments. Seeing how Rob is investing in this community, kind of, you know, showing his care for us, and yeah, that's truly something we should not forget and never be not appreciative about. Even though sometimes things don't go perfect or don't go as planned, I think we should still be pretty happy that we are in this scenario. But yeah, I guess that's it. Make sure to slap that like, subscribe. However, I'm not gonna end the video before I finish my guy over here like that. That is beautiful. Slap that like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.